Hi guys. I wanted to share with you, and I didn't feel like it was appropriate to share during kind of like the card making process, how I normally do story time. So if you are a person who's like, hey lady, I'm only here for the card making, you're probably going to want to skip this one. You guys know that I have shared my life stories, my family, with you guys all along this, 10 plus year journey that we've been on. And I try to keep it real with you guys. So I wanted to come on and share that. My mom passed away on Saturday. And I know that this is being shared, quite a bit, considerable time later. But it's because I wanted to wait until after my live on Wednesday, because for two reasons. I needed the distraction. I'm just being honest. Even my husband, he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I was going to paint my nails. And he was like, well, can we just sit on the couch and talk? And I was like, we can sit on the couch and talk, but I will require something to distract me. So I needed the distraction, and it was a good distraction, and I appreciate that. But I also don't want you to feel like you were misled. I didn't want the live to be all about, what had gone on with my mom. And there's a lot of, like you guys know, my mom have been sick and that she was home. But a lot of the ins and outs, and I don't know if I'll ever share those because she wanted to be very private about it. But I will share just a little bit so that you kind of understand what's been going on. June of last year, my mom was diagnosed with lung cancer. And so we have been fighting that battle for 10 months now. And so we did, everything that they recommended that we do. We did chemo, and the chemo worked pretty well. We thought we were going to be heading into maintenance treatments at the beginning of the year, and then it was just one thing after another that just kept us from getting in there and getting treatment. It was the flu, it was a blockage. There was just, there were just things that went on that kept us from getting in there and getting those maintenance treatments. Every time we would try to go, there would be some other issue. But we did do radiation, and the radiation caused her platelets and white blood cell count to plummet because she had to have her pelvis radiated, and that is a larger bone in your body that's creating a lot of your bone marrow, your platelets and blood cells and all of that. So basically, it wasn't even like the cancer was all like throughout her body. It wasn't. We just couldn't do treatments because her platelets were so low. Now, with that said, I do not believe that God makes mistakes. And so whatever the circumstances are when someone passes, I believe that God knows our life in its entirety. He has it written in his entirety, and I don't believe that he makes mistakes. So when it's, I believe when it's your time, it's your time. I think that some of our life choices can, decide how it is that we end up going out. But anyway, so she was home. She was surrounded with family. I was holding her hand when Jesus called her home. it's been a very long year. But I am grateful that she is not, there's no suffering, and that she is made whole in heaven. And I know she's up there with Graham and Papa, and, she's not in any more pain. And that brings me a great deal of peace, even though I miss her incredibly. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't want to tie it into a card making video. And maybe as the, time heals all wounds, not that I'll ever stop missing my mother. I won't. But maybe as time goes on, I will be more capable of maybe sharing some of those stories than I am right now. So thank you guys for all of your prayers, your kind words, your thoughts, your cards. Thank you so much for sending those. I'm thinking about maybe one day we'll do a live so I can kind of show, the cards that you guys sent. I would like to do that, I think. But so that's it. I didn't want to do a card making video and have it be, set as a melancholy tone. I know several of us use card making, as our, stress reliever or as our escape. And for me, it is still that. And so I will still be working when I feel up to it. But, Mom did not raise me to be the type of woman who just rolls over and quits. So I will probably be working just as much as I was before, but not because I have to. The companies that I work for are all incredibly understanding. It will be because I want to. So, okay, well, thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate your time as always, and I will catch you on the next video.